This week on MLS Insider.
This is bigger than just a soccer game. Wow, like I've gained some real positive things in my life as a direct result of being involved in this group.
I think I realized I was gay when I was probably like 13, 14. At the same time that I realized that I really want to play soccer.
I was told my whole career in Australia that I'll never be a professional footballer. Too small, not strong enough, not big enough.
The Red Balls have won it right at the end.
Tim Cahill is a two-time World Cup veteran. With Everton, he found the back of the net 68 times over 8 very impressive seasons, was once nominated for European Player of the Year. A welcome to New York, Tim Cahill.
A lot of people talk about money and me coming to America, but I didn't want to be just this player that was coming over for, the wrong reasons. I said that I wanted to be part of a project that's going to be around for a while, and if I bring my family here and my wife, then I wanted to give everything to it. How you feel, fit?
Yeah, good as well. It's good sitting there.
Yeah, see you there, man. I come here for a purpose. I come here not for money. I come here because of my intent to do well for the league and also try and do well for myself as a footballer. It was right for the family, and I knew that I'd have the opportunity to help inspire kids to play football in America.
Finish, Shay.
Shoot, Shay.
Come on, Shay. Yeah. Volley.
Family's everything. Family's like what we're here for, what we came to America for, to have a better life with the kids, and just for him to have more time with them.
Yeah! My parents rented all their lives. We were never the family that had everything. We were actually the family that moved a lot, changed schools, and it was difficult because I got an older sister, older brother, and a younger brother, so there was 4 of us. When 3 boys wanted to play football, it means 3 different training grounds, it means training kit, it means 3 sets of boots. I was told my whole career in Australia that I'll never be a professional footballer. Too small, not strong enough, not big enough. This gives me strength because it's like, okay, no problems. I need to train harder, I need to get bigger, I need to be strong enough.
Really bright, breezy start this by the Galaxy.
When I first come into the league, I found a lot of players targeting me. Well, let's see what he's got. But now I thought, okay, let's start the season with me on the front foot and dictating to you what's going to happen in the game.
One thing that I've always hated about teams I've played on or watched is if a player gets kicked and an opposing player is standing over him or something, where the rest of his teammates, where are they? Don't underestimate someone like Tim's loyalty to this team.
Kenny Cooper. From the spot. Right-footed. In. Straight down the middle.
Kenny stepped up, took a penalty, scored.
But wait a minute.
And me and Thierry Henry encroached into the box, so it had to be retaken.
Kenny Cooper. Once again. Saved!
Can you imagine missing a penalty that could have took us to the next level of an MLS Cup? The press want to speak to Kenny, but they want to bombard him. There's probably about 30 people waiting to ask him how he feels. No offence, but it doesn't take a rocket science to understand the way Kenny feels. I said to the press, you're not interviewing Kenny, and I'll take the rap for it.
You know, I don't want him to talk. Who wants to talk after that? You know, we're a team. We've got to look after... Yeah, but nothing. We look after each other. That's it. And this is why I'm here. I want to make sure that my players can walk away with a bit of pride.
It is Robbie Keane! Oh, fabulous save from Robles.
Here I've had numerous occasions where, say, the physios and doctors have advised me not to play, and I felt for myself that it's important that I play, you know?
He's one person that we argue with all the time about, no, you're not going, yes, I am. At the end of the day, this guy's walking out on the pitch.
When you've got players on the team that put their body on the line, it's priceless. If they can see you playing left wing, right wing, middle, back, whatever, then they look at it and they say, okay, he's not an individual. And that's the most important thing for me. Come here, man. Come here. Come here. Being part of a team, coming in every day and having the banter that we have is why you play football. I think, anyway.
You have great individuals sometimes in your team. But if you don't have if your team is not playing well, then your individual will be okay. If your team is playing great, then your individuals will be amazing. In general, in any sport or in life, if you don't have people behind you, you can't be strong.
Well, I looked up to him all my life, you know, growing up in Ireland, and when you come over here and your mates are saying, oh, you're going to be playing with Tim Cahill, Thierry Henry, stuff like that, you're thinking, oh, it's good, you know, it's a good feeling.
You know, I feel like all these guys, I'll do anything for them because I've been there and done it, and I'm in a fortunate enough position that I can help them.
If he sees something's wrong with me, he'll take me aside and put an arm around me and talk me out of... Sometimes when I'm in a bad mood or something, he'll talk me out of it.
It's just giving them an insight into what you've experienced and on training saying, hey, maybe you can do it this way. But if you ever need anything off the park, then you've got my number, you can use it any time.
My dad wasn't well and my head wasn't in the right place, and, you know, Timmy took me away and stayed at Timmy's house, and he looked after me there and just basically talked to me about trials and tribulations he's had in his career and just telling me to keep working.
High five, Sienna. High five. That's who's winning.
It's not over. It's not over the 3 games.
It's over here mentally.
No, it isn't over
I've
here.
got
I'm just
you.
warming up.
I've got you.
We cross to Keane! Oh, it's just wide! Perhaps the chance to grab all 3 points for LA.
My mum worked from 6 till 6 every night in an ice cream factory, and it broke my heart. Dad had an injury at work, so he couldn't work, so he took care of us. You know, you see what they go through. It's my biggest drive. It means everything, because as I've progressed, no matter what I've earned, a percentage I always send home to my parents. You know, my parents have never worked, you know, for the last 10, 12 years and never will. Everyone says to me, oh, well, you know, you give your parents everything, you do this, your brothers, your sisters. Well, I'm happy. You know, I've done all I can to fulfill my family's dreams.
Janino measuring this up. Good delivery and in! The Red Bulls have won it right at the end. It's Tim Cahill again.
I feel if you try and prepare as best you can and give yourself the best chance, then it's the best feeling in the world. In my heart, I've won loads. I've achieved every dream that I wanted to as a kid, and that's what I call winning. I suppose everyone expects you, scoring so many goals in the Premier League and internationally to be that guy who's always on the end of it. Well, it's not the case, because I really feel that without the hard work from the defence, the middle, then I wouldn't be able to have that defining moment.
Right here, this guy.
Are we happy?
Am I happy? Come here, you.
That's
Go
what
have
we
fun
do.
tonight, all right?
It's a great feeling. Not for me, for the fans. And that's what it's all about. That's the connection with the fans that I want, and that's That's why I play football.
Yeah, I was sitting right there in front of you when you scored. He came right over.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, good, man.
The way I play is all about emotions and feeling and my desire to do well.
Frank, what skybox is Cahill's family in, please?
Nice, thank you. Left, yeah. My story isn't glamorous, and I don't see myself as a world beater or someone that's going to set the world alight, but I love my job, and that's all that matters. Hey, go! You shouldn't be playing football in here.
Coming up on MLS Insider.
Like, you see 18,000 people that are in here standing up, screaming, yelling. It does give you goosebumps. 'You walk through those gates and it's like almost like a light switch goes off. Like, you see 18,000 people that are in here standing up, screaming, yelling, and like you can actually feel the energy building, like the drum going, the smoke going. You see the guys walk out on the field. It does give you goosebumps. It's more than just coming out and watching a soccer game. In 2007 was the beginning and the founding of the Sons of Ben. We're going on year, I think it was 15 or 16 at the time, without having a Major League Soccer team, you know, in Philly.
The whole idea germinated when a couple of guys around a table at a pub in Philadelphia really came up with the idea with a supporters group.
And it started to kind of garner some momentum. Like, we were just like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we could bring a Major League Soccer team here to Philadelphia? Like, our goal was originally to bring 50 to 60 guys a month into this fold to kind of continue to grow it and grow it and grow it. Sure enough, within 6 months, there was probably 500, 600 guys, you know, lined up. And then next thing you know, there was a couple thousand guys.
Look at what's going on with the Sons of Ben. I think that this group is probably as big, if not bigger, than any supporters group in Major League Soccer, and the team hasn't kicked off yet.
And sure enough, a year later, they're like, yep, here's your shiny new Major League Soccer team.
I mean, being in a supporters group is definitely a lifestyle. The camaraderie among the Sons of Ben is unlike anything I've ever been a part of. I was never really into a fraternity in college or anything like that, but I imagine that this is what it feels like because we're all united for a common goal, Philadelphia soccer.
I think the moment for me that really made me feel like when I was a part of this whole thing was when we had our first game in Seattle in 2010.
We are the Union! We are the Union! The mighty, mighty Union! The mighty, mighty Union!
We met up in Seattle, and that was the moment when I was like, yeah, you know what? This is bigger than just a soccer game, you know, per se. It was like that moment where I was like, wow, like I've gained some really cool relationships and some real positive things in my life as a direct result of being involved in this group.
My house was heavily damaged in a fire on March 21st, 2012, and displaced me, my wife, and my 3 kids from my house for about a year. Corey called me and said, we want to kind of do a benefit for you and your family. And I mean, he asked if it was okay, and I was blown away. I'm like, yes. Thank you very much.
We actually held an event where we raffled off items. We got donations from all the places that we work with, from the team, from different local places, and all the proceeds that we made, we gave it to him.
If it happened to him or if it happened to anybody else, I would do the same thing. And that just goes to the whole thing with the Sons of Ben. everybody has everybody else's back. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
You know, our moniker is Ad Finem Fidelis, which means in Latin means faithful to the end. We're going to stand behind our team, we're going to stand behind our brothers, and we're going to be a part of them and a cohesive unit past just the soccer game, win, lose, or draw.
It's awesome, you know, you hear the drums, you know, beating, you hear the chants, and you know, you get inspired by it. As players, we're very fortunate, and you kind of expect that now from the Sons of Ben, and we're very thankful for them, and you know, we know that we go out there and we want to win for them.
The Sons of Ben is, you know, one of the best fan bases in the league, and you know, to play, you know, in front of them almost every weekend is just really something special. And it's just a good feeling to know that, you know, you have that kind of support out there.
And I mean, they're really my brothers and sisters. I mean, it's just a fantastic group of people. The people here are friends I'm going to have for the rest of my life.
Coming up.
Congratulations, you know, you've done this amazing thing. And I was just like, what? Like, no, this was for me. Like, I had to do this because I was going insane.
I wanted to hear how you felt when you got out on the field. I haven't heard about that yet.
It was like just a normal game. You know, obviously I was excited to like get on and get my first game, you know, my first appearance and everything. That was cool.
And everyone was showing you all that support and standing up and seeing and being in the moment.
You know how it is. Yes and no. I mean, I put a smile on my face to hear everyone be so supportive, but then also it's like, all right, I'm in the game. And you kind of just forget about all this. I mean, you know, people are supporting, but you forget, you know, all the people are there. You don't really hear anyone when you're on the field. And
Play by Marshall, though. O'Brien goes up with Marino. Ball gets through. Here comes Rogers again. Rogers, cannon, Rogers. And it's another goal for Columbus. Again, he beats him on a quick attack.
Ricochet, chance here, and a goal. The United States have scored, and it's Robbie Rogers.
I guess, you know, if I really wanted to, I could have, you know, continued playing, but I was happy at that point. I didn't want to mess with my happiness. I think I realized I was gay when I was probably like 13, 14. I think I told you the same time that I realized that I really want to play soccer. So, and then at that point, you don't really have any role models to look up to or anyone that's really done it. You hide who you are, but, you know, for me, it was fitting this, you know, soccer role, I guess. You make sure you're not dressed too well. You make sure your vocabulary is, I don't know, over-masculine, I would say. You do dumb things like that. That's when the whole struggle happens, and that's when, I guess you kind of decide one way or the other, I hate to say. Because that's very much what I did. When I came out, people were like, oh, this is so great, like, congratulations, you know, you've done this amazing thing. And I was just like, what? Like, no, this was for me. Like, I had to do this because I was going insane. And then, you know, I realized how many people it reached. And I mean, every day I receive, you know, hundreds of emails from kids or different people around the world. Two hours before I got to stadium, I was a bit nervous. Just I knew a lot of people would be watching. Being back in a locker room where, you know, you're different than a lot of guys in that way. So I was afraid just to put myself back into that situation. But when I got to the stadium, I was fine. You know, after I took off my suit and put on my kit, I was fine. And then when I actually got to play, it was perfect.
Number 14, Robbie Rogers.
Rogers taking part in the final 15 minutes. You'll see some more of Robbie Rogers as the weeks unfold.
I was really happy to do it in front of our home fans and where I was raised, in front of my family and friends. You couldn't write it any better.
All right, guys, just listen up here. We want an aggressive start. We want to play in their end, okay? That means we're not screwing around with the ball in the back. We play the ball in their end. Our start to the game is going to be important. Let's see if we can't get a goal. Let's go, guys.
I'm from a very conservative Catholic family. Most people would argue that, Catholicism and being gay just don't go one-on-one. But for me, it was like they just kind of went hand in hand, because I think, God has really helped me along the way and has put me on this path and has given me this platform to try to help people, I believe. Besides, the fear I had on the first day, it was completely normal. I mean, the players in the Galaxy have just been absolutely great.
Make sure you focus it down.
They treated me like just a teammate.
Your game, though.
I mean, that's what you want, and that's what you, I guess, want to expect as any athlete.
Coming up on MLS Insider.
How could that be?
This is Townsend. De Leon, the strike. Chipping by Janino. Assist on something here. Sending it in. De Rosario! Oh, De Rosario did it! How could that be?
On the next MLS Insider.